Hey everyone, I'm David Caraccio. I've been seeing a lot of photos and videos on Facebook and Instagram showing all the perfect projects, the DIY projects you've been doing at home. And I found this one video, it's by a new home source, and they're actually showing the failures that's come along with it too. It's just a quick slideshow. I just want to do a quick reaction video because I love to see DIY projects. When you see it on Instagram, it's always these perfect, DIY things. But, unfortunately, there's a lot more failures than there are successes when it comes to DIY, and especially when I'm showing houses. I always see these projects and I chuckle to myself. It's usually not a big deal, but it is something you want to watch out for. Look at too when you're doing your DIY project. So this is kind of fun video for this week. New Home Source. This is not sponsored by them at all, but I do use New Home Source a lot. A lot of times when my client says, "Hey, I want to build a new home in this certain area," the MLS doesn't really provide a lot of good data for new home construction. So a lot of times I'll use New Home Source to find what builders are in the area, and then that way I can call them and figure out what type of inventory they have or what price ranges they're at. So New Home Source, if you haven't checked them out, it's a good website to at least get some research done on. But we're gonna go, without further ado, right into this video and start doing our reaction. Get ready for a laugh out loud experience. So who puts a door upside down? My eyes are watering. This is a serious conversation. I'm only going to assume that this is because of a dog, right? A dog or a cat, and they wanted a dog to see outside. I'm not sure why you would put a door upside down on purpose. This is too obvious to make it as a mistake. This had to be on purpose. I'm going to say it was for a dog, probably because the dog kept on barking, so they wanted to be able to see outside versus jumping on the furniture. That is crazy. The resale of that would be just, you will not get me your money back from that upgrade. Oh God, I see this one all the time. This one right here is if you're doing a DIY project and you're starting to do a remodel of your kitchen, make sure you understand where the doors are at. I saw a video, it was on HGTV before. I won't say who it was, but they were talking about their pet peeve, and their pet peeve was when the dishwasher and the stove hits, and this was on opposite sides, the island or something like that. This should have been caught right away. One of the things, I've designed one of my kitchens at my last house by scratch off of software, and I was very cautious where all the appliances were at, so this did not happen. Because when we bought that house, that refrigerator wouldn't open up right all the way, and just little things like that could be avoided. So if you are, before you purchase cabinets or like that, one of the ways you can do this to make sure this doesn't happen is just take cardboard boxes. I know that you have a ton of those because Amazon is just ridiculous right now. I see your boxes on the front porch when I'm showing you guys' houses. Just put the boxes up there to do a quick layout to see what the kitchen will look like before you place your order, because this shouldn't happen. I don't want to say this is a DIY fail. New Home Source, this is not a good photo for a DIY fail. I think this just was a tree that overgrew. I don't think someone actually planted that tree there on purpose. I had to take a second to look at this one. Sure. Hey, do you want to come over, have a drink, and sit in the hot tub with me? It's not even a hot tub. It's a bathtub, really, that's inside your kitchen. I don't even know where to begin. Maybe this was at one point was a wall, and this was the bathroom. And then they said, you know what? We don't have any guests because it's 2020. We can't have anybody over anyways. So why don't we watch our TV while we're taking a bath? Blow out that wall. Oh, hey, I like to come home and take a bath. You like to come home and eat right away. So why don't we just make this inclusive for both of us? Oh man, you gotta have the kitchen countertop space. You cannot lose any of that space at all. So what they did here is they made a Tower of Americas in the middle of their kitchen. This is horrible. Look, if you want an island space, just buy a movable island and stick it there. One on wheels. Don't do that. That's horrible. Resell horrible. Okay. I had to look for a second because I'm looking, I'm like, okay, the door's in a good place. The windows, maybe they're upside down. No, what it is it spells poop. The windows, yeah, if you look right here, there's your poop. That's funny. That I don't want to say that's a DIY failure. That's just a, I mean, if you look at the design plan and you're looking at straight on, you have the architectural designs, you're not going to see that. This is like a perfectly angled, you have your siding trim match with your door or your windows. I'm sure there's tons of windows that you can actually do that to. A lot of houses you could do that to. That's funny though. I wonder if this is actually a room or if this is just like a utility space. You have your stairs coming up, and then like halfway up your stairs, I've actually seen this before over garages. Your driveway is going up to the house, so your garage is level. But then, sorry, let me restate that. Your house is built on a hill. That's what I'm trying to say. And instead of making a garage that's super sloped for the driveway, they make it level, which means your garage is really sunken down below your house. So you have these huge steps going up to the front door. But what happens there, though, is that you have this massive garage space. So people build this living space up there, and it's like after the project or after the house was built. That's what kind of like this looks like, where they had this awkward, super vaulted ceiling, and then they decided to close it off to give it a little more room. At least that's what I'm thinking that's happening here. But watch your step. That's definitely not to code. My inspector, Dan Willer, would have a field day on that one. How's that even possible? Is that drain on the left even working? I'm not even going to comment on that one. You understand, right? Plumbing, like the sink is down. How does that even? I'm not even touching that one. So the first thing I saw is actually this big, huge captain wheel up front. And then I realized there's a boat below it for a deck. That is amazing. If this was built in 2020, it's amazing because the price of wood just skyrocketed. I was doing a simple remodel on my deck, and it was like $1,600 of wood that normally would have cost like less than $1,000. The price of wood, a 2x4 was like $2 and some odd change, or $2.46 or something like that. And now it's sitting at like close to $7, $8, depending on where you're at. It's crazy. So if this was 2020, that's even better because this is a way to get away from the cost of a deck. It's expensive. That's funny. This is an older construction home because if you see the tile, they don't put this really into homes right now. This faucet sink, I'm hoping the homeowner came through and went to replace the faucet sink and they got a shorter one because it was like $20 cheaper than the other one, and that's what they got stuck with. But you see this all the time in new construction videos or slideshows where like it's a brand new house, new under construction, things like this happen all the time. The hole was drilled too far away for spec. That's a flood issue, by the way. Ooh, I don't even know what are we looking at? Jeez, these videos. What do I start at? Do I start with a bear that's in the room? It's not an elephant, but it's definitely, there's a bear in the room. Do I start with the glass, like the glass panel wall, or the jacuzzi tub? Don't do that. That will decrease the value of your house. Why buy a new home? Yes. Okay. Why buy a new home? Because you don't want to be stuck with all these DIY projects. I understand now. Good job, New Home Source. It's just a funny little clip. I see these all the time. If you're looking to sell your home in the near future, please, before you start any DIY project, reach out to a local realtor and see what they think. Reach out to a couple friends and call them and see what they think. If you have a couple of friends who are looking to buy a home, call them and see what they think. Don't do DIY projects, especially right before you sell your house, because I can't tell you how many times where I've seen these projects where they thought they're going to get their money back, and it would actually just hurt them more than anything else. With all my clients, before we get on the markets, I actually have a home stager come out and walk through the property because, I specialize in like negotiation tactics, not designing of a house. So I actually hire a stager to come through every single property, and they'll give suggestions of paint colors and what to do to the house, what needs to be done to stage the house and make it look like it's ready to sell. These DIY projects, they are a fail in my book, and definitely something that would hinder the sale of your home. So that's all I have for today. It was just a quick little fun video. Let me know what you think. If you haven't checked out New Home Source, like I said, this is not a plug for them, but I'm giving them a free plug. It is a good site. I use it just for research purposes, and then from there I call the builders themselves and see what they have in inventory. But it's a good website. I've used it for a couple years now. If you like this channel, you want to see more reaction videos like this, please hit the like button and the subscribe button next to it, down in the links below. Let me know in the comments below, what are the worst DIY projects that you have worked on so far. Let me know your failures, because if I go on Instagram and Facebook, all I see are your successes. Tell me what your failures were, and I will see you guys in the next video.